Alan, we seem to have had a similar interview over last weekend. Once again, we're talking about defensive errors have cost again.
It's the same old story, really, but what can you do? We keep trying to bring other people in, and we're going into train on Thursday, look to change it, and you didn't get the right attitude from certain players, so you didn't change it. You stick with what the lads done, and again, we were in full control of that game. 25 minutes in, then one ball every time, and their centre forward comes out with it. Even when we had two centre backs here, then I had to go against everything that I believe in, how I want to play. I'm taking my flair players off to play five at the back, just to accommodate that, and then the centre forward's still coming out with it. It's the lads know, yes, they're young lads, and you kind of keep digging them up, but they've got to grow up. They've got to learn. And it's not 23's football. This is men's football, where you've got to compete. You've got to be aggressive. You've got to pick the first balls, second balls, and be ready for mistakes. But they're just not learning at this moment in time.
Yeah, those two goals that we conceded were cheap. I mean, Callum couldn't do anything at all about the ball going in the net, could he? But by then, you know, the damage had been done. The defence in front of him had been opened up, and then the second one, two simple passes for a goal.
We're worse when we've got the ball, really, when you look at it. You look at both goals, we're in probably creating opportunities, and we've had good possession of the ball, moving the ball really well on top. Then a misplaced pass or a clearance, not a good pass, by the way, just a clearance, and they're through on goal. How on earth does that happen? And we kind of play the games for them. We keep telling them, we keep working on stuff in training, but they're not listening. They're not taking the stuff on board. And Alex was better today. He did. He come out and because he wanted to prove a point, and he done better today. But again, it's just not enough. They've got to be much better than what they are. Otherwise, they'll end up dropping down the levels, and other players will come in.
Yeah. Second half, you'd made a couple of changes by then. By the end of half time, you made two changes. You put Luke Charman on, and Lexus Beaton came on in the first half as well. Second half, much more of a fight back, wasn't there? More fight of all the players, and created a few chances.
We ended up playing percentages really in the second half. We ended up putting the two up top and Jazz in the hole and looking for the second balls, because we couldn't trust each other when we had the ball. When we're passing the ball, as soon as it broke down, I thought we were going to concede. Every time we lost the ball, I'm sitting there, I'm like every fan, believe me, it hurts massively, this. And you just see that they're just not concentrating, they're not switched on. The amount of times we've said to them, and this is not new by the way, is one man in front, one behind. That's basics. And every single time you watch that game today, not once did that happen. So we're trying with them, we're giving them the probably longer than what they should have, because I would have probably changed it if I had more personnel, and believe me, we're trying, and we need them in pretty sharpish, otherwise I'll not be as simple as that. That's what happens.
Midweek, fortunately there's no game. There's going to be two training sessions, and you'll be hoping for quite a bit of improvement in that.
That's it. The training, they haven't been too bad, and in the games with the ball we're great. You can see it. We cause all kinds of problems, but it's defensively. We need that leader. We need someone to step up and be that voice. You think, do you put someone else in there? But it's not fair on them. Just like Alex Pervert, they're playing between two centre backs, and it's not how I want to play. It's not how I believe we should play. It's not what I've got in that dressing room. I'm taking my flair players out just to sacrifice because we can't defend. Simple as that, and lads aren't willing to defend. So they've got to stand up and be counted. These lads are more than that I'm digging them out in an interview, but it's got to that point now. They need to basically step up.
Presumably you're going to be on the phone quite a bit again this week, and hopefully you don't bump into any more brick walls.
It's just the brick walls getting bigger. I keep going, I really do, and the money's there to bring them in, but unfortunately everyone's keeping a hold of them at this moment in time. As I say, I've had that many excuses. Just want to drop down to this level, but it's not a young kid that I want. Everyone knows that. There's no point in bringing a young kid into this environment at this moment in time anyways. We need some proper leaders in there who's just going to be aggressive.
And hopefully you can find one before we play Blythe next Saturday.
Fingers crossed. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with that again, unless the lads step up. But we've got to keep supporting them. We'll keep helping them. We'll keep working on the training pitch with them, and it's got to stick. It's got to stick in their heads. They've got to start doing it. Otherwise, everyone knows what happens after that.